Hi everyone, happy holidays. Now you all may be wondering why I'm making this discussion video right now instead of doing it a couple of months ago. I was pretty busy, but things are going to change for the better during 2022. But first, I just want to get this thing off my chest. Now you may be wondering why in my Pokemon videos I've been saying that Pokemon were real and dogs didn't exist. It's complicated, and I'm about to explain why exactly. You see, I am afraid of dogs, but I know you guys think it's funny. I know for a fact that there are other people who are afraid of dogs. They have that certain phobia that they have. I think it was caninophobia or something else. I don't know what exactly, but it's no laughing matter to everyone here who is afraid of dogs or certain species of a pet. Now let me just talk about this. I had a little bit of an interest in dogs, but that was during a young age. You know, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, I did have a little bit of an experience with a bad looking dog in my neighborhood. I was just trying to at least pet it a little bit, but then it started growling at me, and then I got really afraid, so I wanted to run back inside of my own house just to protect myself. But even that wasn't enough, and you see, the dog just bit my ankle. I actually had to go to the emergency room just to get it patched up before it just bled out on my whole leg. The bite wasn't really that big. It just goes up from the leg bone, well, not the leg bone. It's just on my ankle. The left side, actually. I would show you a photo, but I don't want you guys to be weirded out by any of that. So, I just want to let you guys know just that little fact on why I'm afraid of dogs, and I've been like that ever since. Now, I think you all would understand. You all have a certain thing that makes you feel afraid of certain things, but that doesn't go for a fact that you aren't really afraid of those. I think maybe there's a certain point where you actually like those certain things. And what I mean by that, it's different. Because when you actually been knowing what they are for the past years or so, you would know what they actually feel, what they actually have, and what they actually need. And you would know, you wouldn't have to be that much afraid. You want to know how I know this? It's because I have been watching a bunch of cartoons that were related to dogs. And that just goes for a fact that it's sort of my opinion why dogs aren't as scary as they are. Now, I know it's true that there are dogs in the real world that are scary, like Rottweilers or even guard dogs that guard the outskirts of a certain place. But there are dogs out there in the cartoon world, or fantasy world, or whatever you like to put it out there, that aren't as scary as they are, but they are more afraid of us than we are of them. For instance, Scooby-Doo, the mystery-solving dog, Courage, the cowardly dog. I'm sorry. Also, Crypto the super dog, Huckleberry Hound. I think maybe those two stupid dogs, probably. For all I know, I just don't actually have any preference on why I should be afraid of those dogs. They aren't as bad as they seem. And, you know, they aren't really as frightening once you get to know them. Because it's actually something that I would recommend on having for a pet. But the only downside is not as many dogs are as sophisticated and knowledgeable as the dogs in cartoons, unfortunately. Plus, you wouldn't be able to understand them. Unless, of course, you would have a certain thing to actually be able to do so. I mean, we're in 2021 going on 2022, so we should be able to have at least some sort of thing that makes us understand dogs. I don't know. But that's kind of something we have to wait for. But really, I know dogs can be scary, but they aren't that scary once you get to know them. I mean, my girlfriend has a dog, and it's all covered in fur. It's not even that troubling to me. I mean, I know for some things, whenever I'm going over and watching a movie, her dog would sometimes come up close to me and maybe lick my hand a little bit. I mean, I know it might have germs on it, and I would have to at least wash my hands at least twice with dial soap. But it's not that much of a hassle. I just need to get to know it. And for all I care, I know I can actually conquer my fear of dogs. I just gotta take it step by step. And I think I know how to actually be able to control my irrational fear. I just need to learn how to appreciate dogs. But that doesn't go for a fact that my brother just actually got himself a dog, but he never actually went under my consent before actually unleashing it in his apartment. But that's something I don't have the ability to control. So it's his choice, and I'm gonna be okay with it. So I understand what it's like to actually have a pet, but I'm not the one who is the pet owner. Besides having a couple of fish and a kung zoo pet, you know, those kung zoo pets, whatever. I used to have one, but my brother threw it away when he was cleaning my room. But that was during a young age. But things are under the bridge between us now. So, yeah, it's kind of a little bit of, struggle just to get to know what it is to be a dog owner. But I think I can have people who can teach me to have an appreciation for dogs. Though I might not actually appreciate them enough. I mean, I'm a cat person. I would have a cat more than I would rather have a dog. But I would have an animated dog more than I would have a cat. Because it's going to be way easier to understand them. So that's just what it is. But I'm also glad. I'm glad that I am going to be able to have a little bit of a appreciation for animals. I mean, I know that I am afraid of dogs, but that doesn't mean I'm also afraid of every other animal. I have been to a zoo before, and let me just say, I find it rather repulsive than scary. With all the poop people are picking up, that's what it is. But honestly, that's all I'm just going to say here. And I'm glad that I was able to sort this out. Knowing that I can actually be able to work on my fear. And I know that for a fact, there is no way on trying to avoid it. But that's okay. Because I know I can be able to learn my appreciation for all animals, even if they are pretty much housebroken. I'm glad you liked the video, you guys, and I know for some day or so I am going to be the person who likes animals, every species. So stay tuned. Christmas time may be coming up, but there are going to be some huge changes in the next discussion I'll be talking about. So I recommend you hang on to your seat. Things are going to be a little bit different.